Today, we're diving into the extraordinary tale of Walt Disney, a visionary who revolutionized the entertainment industry. Welcome back to Behind the Money, where we talk about the most interesting public companies and people. I'm your host, Morris Willie. Today, we're talking about Walt Disney, the man who built an empire. We'll be covering his life, his success, and the success of the Disney company after his death, and how now could be the fall of an empire. Born in 1901, Walter Elias Disney showed an early passion for art and storytelling. As a young boy, he would sketch and draw, developing a knack for bringing characters to life. After a brief stint as a newspaper cartoonist, Walt ventured to Hollywood with a dream in his heart and a determination to be the king of the new animation industry. In 1923, he co-founded the Disney Brothers studio with his brother Roy, laying the foundation for what would become one of the most iconic brands in the world. The studio initially produced a series of short films featuring a character named Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, but a contractual dispute led to the loss of Oswald and forced Walt Disney to start anew. Undeterred by this setback, Walt Disney introduced a new character that would forever change the course of animation and entertainment, Mickey Mouse. The official debut of Mickey Mouse came in Steamboat Willie in 1928, marking the birth of synchronized sound in animation and propelled Walt Disney and his studio into the spotlight. With Mickey Mouse as their mascot, Walt Disney and his team continued to push boundaries and innovate. They introduced Technicolor to animation, and in 1937, they produced the first full-length animation film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The success of Snow White allowed Walt to build a new studio in Burbank, California, equipped with state-of-the-art facilities and a team of talented animators. Walt Disney's relentless pursuit of perfection and commitment to storytelling excellence led to a string of success, including beloved classics like Cinderella, Peter Pan, and Fantasia. Each film captured the hearts and imaginations of audiences worldwide, earning critical acclaim and box office success. But Walt's ambitions didn't stop at animation. He envisioned a place where people could step into the magical worlds he had created on screen. In 1955, Disneyland opened its gates in Anaheim, California, becoming the world's first theme park. Walt Disney personally oversaw every detail from the design of the attractions to the training of the staff, ensuring that visitors would experience the same enchantment they felt while watching his films. However, Walt Disney's journey was not without its tribulations. Financial challenges, creative struggles, and skepticism of the industry insiders often tested his resolve. Yet, time and time again, he pushed forward, fueled by his unwavering belief in the power of imagination. Unfortunately, tragedy struck in 1966 when Walt Disney passed away, leaving behind a legacy that would forever shape the entertainment industry. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to knock that subscribe button out the park. Subscribe in style with Behind the Money. After the death of Walt Disney in 1966, the company faced uncertainty and struggled to find its footing. In the early 70s, Disney experienced a period of stagnation and financial difficulties. The company's animated films were not as successful as they once were, and attendance at their theme parks declined. Many considered this as the dark or bronze age of the Disney company, especially for the animation side of the company. This was essentially a rock bottom for Disney. The turning point came in the late 80s and early 90s with a series of strategic moves that revitalized the company. Under the leadership of Michael Eisner as CEO and Frank Wells as president, Disney underwent a renaissance, if you will, with a renewed focus on creativity and expansion. In 1984, Disney made a bold move into the television industry with the launch of the Disney Channel, a premium cable network dedicated to family-friendly programming. The channel's success helped bolster Disney's revenues and reach a wider audience. Disney's growth was further fueled by a series of significant acquisitions. In 1986, Disney acquired the independent film studio Touchstone Pictures, which allowed them to produce a broader range of films that appealed to a different audience. In 1995, Disney made a landmark acquisition by purchasing Capital Cities, which owned ABC, a major media conglomerate. This acquisition not only added a vast array of television networks to Disney's portfolio, but also brought valuable properties like ESPN and ABC News under their control. Disney's theme parks also played a pivotal role in their resurgence. The opening of Tokyo Disneyland in 1983 marked the company's first international venture, and it was a resounding success. Disney continued to expand its theme park empire with the opening of Disney MGM Studios, now Disney's Hollywood Studios, in Florida in 1989, and the not-so-successful Disneyland Paris, now Disneyland Park, in 1992. An aspect to go into greater detail to was the Disney Renaissance. The late 1980s and early 90s marked a period of creativity and critical success for Disney's animated films. The release of The Little Mermaid in 1989 signaled the start of the Disney Renaissance, a period of renewed success in the animation division. This was followed by a string of blockbuster hits including Beauty and the Beast in 1991, Aladdin in 1992, The Lion King in 94, and Pocahontas in 95. These films not only became beloved classics, but also generated substantial box office revenue and merchandise sales. As Disney entered the new millennium, it continued to expand its empire. In 2006, Disney acquired Pixar Animation Studios, the powerhouse behind hits like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles. This acquisition not only brought top-notch animation talent to Disney, but also reunited Pixar co-founder Steve Jobs with the company he once owned. Fun fact: in 2009, Disney acquired Marvel Studios, home to iconic superhero franchises like Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the Avengers. This move gave Disney access to a vast library of popular characters and opened up new opportunities for cross-promotion and merchandise. With its string of successful acquisitions and expansions, the Walt Disney Company has grown into a behemoth in the entertainment industry. Its portfolio now includes not only theme parks, but animation studios, television networks, but also major franchises like Star Wars and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, also known as the MCU. With such a massive library, characters, and IPs galore, there was eventually going to be a peak within the company. This would come around 2018. The Disney Company swapped #1 spots at the box office with its own films, and it seemed like the company could do no wrong. The first sign of a downfall, though, came with the launch of Disney Plus. Disney Plus could have been a success, and we're not saying that it wasn't. One thing that it lacked was content. Many wanted to see older Disney content and wanted access to the full Disney library. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but in tandem to this, Disney went on to exhaust its beloved IPs, flooding Disney Plus with new content, and now the company's in a bit of a pickle. With a lack of creativity, box office flops, increasing prices all across the company, political turmoil, empty parks, and a stock price that's declined over 20% from 2018 and over 50% from pandemic highs, the Disney company is on a major decline, and it might just stem from being too big for its own good. Let me know your thoughts on the Disney company. I think it's a shame the position the company is in now and how far it's steered away from Walt Disney. What do you think is next for the Disney company? Tell us below. And thank you for watching Behind the Money.